Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 11 of Crusader Kings 2 as Mercia. We're playing through with the Monks and Mystics DLC. We are going to try and grab that guy. Hopefully we'll manage it. We did as well. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and sacrifice you to Satan. And you are landed, so that should complete the mission. And we have a vassal inheritance warning, which is not the worst thing. Now we're on to having to look at your ugly mug. Every time we kill somebody off, you're a powerful vassal. Decent martial stewardship, 9, 9 and 9. You'd be a better steward, I admit that. So let's make you a steward. Let's get you collecting taxes in Leicester. Let's go ahead and give you an honorary title. Make you like Master of the Hunt or something. You really dislike me as well. But that is fine. Let's not have you leading troops. You should be training troops in Leicester. Let's go ahead and give you an honorary title. We'll make you the cupbearer or something. Just try and sort of butter people up where we can. In the meantime, we are up to 100% in this war. So let's go ahead and offer a peace there. So let's move my armies back out. And we'll go ahead and lower them down. Now, I don't think there's any more single provinces here that we could grab. That is the wrong button. Yeah, there's no single provinces here that we could grab. This is a 4 province. We don't want to do that. Kent we could certainly get. And then, yeah. So we'll try and do Kent next. Let's give you Thrift. So, assuming we go to Kent, can we declare a tributary war? Yes, we can. Now then, you'd have a chiefdom coming in to help you that I'm not too bothered about, to be honest. We'll go ahead and send that. I will call in all of my tributaries at this point, including Pictland. So anybody that can come in, please come in. Raise up my own military. Sort of try and just get them all together in Warwick. Everybody's going to come in YOLO here, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. Let's go ahead and group together. Make sure we have somebody leading all sides, basically. And I guess we just sort of march down there into Kent. We've certainly got the numbers without having to wait for everybody else, but these guys can go off and fight whoever else is involved in this war. Oh, it's one of the Welsh tribes up here, so that's fine. Let us go ahead and give you a focus. Again, struggle is always the one we tend to go for the males. Now, you guys don't actually need to attach to me. I prefer it if you guys just buggered off. Allied orders siege. Why not just tell you guys to go over there and do something? I don't know. Just go off and kill people. I'm dealing with stuff. Go and deal with that guy up there. There we go, they are doing. Fantastic. Didn't even have to really tell them to do anything. So then we can go up here and we can get Essex and then we can get... Yeah, we'll soon be making money again. We are already up to making 12 ducats again from tributaries. It'd be nice if we can get up to that sort of 100 and something we were at again a while back. A few days ago, you noticed an intriguing woman at your court. Most of the time she sat quietly and did not draw any attention to herself. However, you could tell that she was listening very intently to the conversation, and that nothing escaped her watchful eyes. Perhaps you could find a use for her talents. That's a hell of a lot of intrigue. He's the Impaler. I have the perfect job for you. Who is my current spy master? Yeah, not great. I have the perfect job for you. So you are my new spy master. I am, for the time being, going to put you in Thrake. It's a little bit risky because you might end up getting killed, but... let's go ahead and get you studying technology in Thrake, where you are out of the way. One characters owe you a... Oh, she owes me a favour. Fantastic. Let's get back down here. We're already at 97%. You want to marry... You actually want to marry my stepmom. Sure. Victory, that's 100%. So that's another tributary done. Getting these wars done nice and quick now, which is what we want to be doing here. We don't want to be messing around with these. So we'll get back to friendly territory. We'll go ahead and drop down our own levies. Hardan is Mastermind Theologian. Excellent. So let's say we want to go against Essex next. If we make you a tributary. Now then, Cornwall and Pictland would come in on your side. That is not good for me. However, what about this one? Wow, these guys have now got a lot of friends. Okay, so we can't take on you. What about you, though? Pictland would come in and help me. There's nobody to help you. Okay, that is fine. In which case, let's go ahead and call all allies. That should be the lot. And we are going to raise our vassals and our own levies and the vassal levies. Let's get everybody together in Leicester. Everyone is going to come in and help here. So we want to try and group, or at least group this army up. And we'd like everybody to attach here to begin with. Oh, good. You're already getting work done in terms of that. Right, let's march in over here quickly. Technological advance. Siege equipment is always good. We can siege faster. We've got some cavalry. Might as well take light infantry as well. What do we want to take here? Monthly prestige gain. Reduces short reign years, which is nice. Popular customs. Noble customs. Feudal vassal opinion. Yeah, we'll go for that one, I guess. And we might as well get military organisation. Start getting to a point where we can get some retinues. Right, we're going to march down and try and get in here before this... He just got there before that army got wrecked. Was very lucky. So we're going to march through, kill their little armies off, and then we're just basically going to sit down here and do this. We're also going to give the siege order. Why can't... Order the allied army to siege. Order allied army to siege this county. No, I don't need them to siege this county. I want them to go and siege other counties. There. You go and siege that county. You guys go and siege that county. You guys go and siege that county. And this... Oh, this was a lot of pop-ups all at once. Someone told me I'm arbitrary and I wish to change that. Good for me. Lose the trait arbitrary. Fantastic. So what do we can get here? Unyielding, defender, or aggressive leader. Pursuit and damage. I do tend to be the one that's always sort of engaging in the fights. Seems to be chasing them down. As he's growing older, I can see that my son could use some guidance. So he could become brave and I become stressed. He could become wrath and I'll become cruel. Gives me more intrigue and more morale damage. Sure. Let's go and take that option. Basically, it seems to suit the playstyle that we're currently going for. So we've lost out on a couple of tributaries here. Now, we are pressed anyway, because stressed anyway, because everyone's talking about me. Tear down their idols and steal the wealth in the name of Satan. Oh, well, that's easy enough to do. We just go and desecrate temple. Preparations and plans have been made. It is time. Avoid them. I guess at some point when you try and do that, it will be a bad thing. The relics better to my use, or burn them all in the name of Satan. Well, we want the dark power. And we get out of there nice and easy. What are we up to now? 658. Almost enough to rank up. There is a dangerous faction. At least it's becoming a dangerous faction. Our spy master's dead already. She died after a disagreement with a meal. It basically means she was poisoned. Spy master, you're not on the council, but you'd like to be. So how about we put you on the council? We make you spy master. And then how about you go back down to Thrake and study technology? I hear they have lovely meals. How can you have an intrigue of 24 like our previous spy master did? How can you have an intrigue of 24 and allow yourself to be poisoned? You're like the master of all spies if you've got that much intrigue. It should not happen. He's already getting tech done though, so I can't really grumble at him for that. You can go for diplomacy. Truce is expiring that we don't really care about. How many kids have we got, by the way? No adult kids yet. We need to get an heir for our son, don't we? There are a couple of geniuses. You are 14. Let's get you betrothed to this girl. She'll be a very, very good wife. Marshall has initiated a massive recruitment drive. Fantastic. You agree to that. Kingdom of Italy has now formed. Wow, Holy Roman Empire has formed. The coronation of Charlemagne. Having taken the reins of power without fear, defeated his enemies and ruled the Frankish realm successfully, Karl the Holy was finally crowned emperor on the 9th of December 798. He stood still as a statue and cold as ice before the throne as the crown of Holy Roman Empire was solemnly placed upon his head. True heir to his father Pepin, descendant of Karl the Hammer, leader of men and master of war, he was claiming his exalted place in history. He looked out across the gathered lords and priests, his eye fixed on something beyond this triumphant moment, something great, a new ambition. So there's the Holy Roman Empire. That is scary. Look at the size of that thing going on. Hopefully they'll leave me alone. I must admit, I've never actually seen the Holy Roman Empire form before in CK2. Doesn't usually tend to happen. You've got 2 positives and 1 negative for that one, so we will go for it. Young Kenny's finished his education, and he's a skilled tactician, so that's all good. And mission to suck up to the Pope is doing well. Okay, while we've got plenty of money, let's keep upgrading what we can. I guess we do want to get these fort levels done. Northampton's like the second highest one that I've been working on. Let's go for the militia training grounds, and Derby will probably do as well. Let's get that extra tax income, especially as we're not going to have quite as many tributaries this time around. We are up to 18 ducats per month, or 18 ducats per year from tributaries. Still not as many as we'd like. We'll get a bit more once we've sieged these guys out, though. He's kind of stuck now, because he can't even move out of there without going through... there we go. He's trying to move in, but we're already at 100%. So you are now my tributary. Now, my only other option now for getting tributaries is to go and start beating up on the Irish, which is still the plan. I will keep my eye on these guys if I get an opportunity to attack here. See, Arigilla would come in and help with that one, so I could actually make you a tributary. Let's go ahead and do that. Because what happens, of course, is if a ruler dies, then all treaties and alliances get reset, so... Let's get everybody in. I'm just going to raise up my own personal levies this time around. Instantly pause, because you're trying to dive on me there. We won't get out in time. So let's try and get everybody in. Everybody is going to honour the call. Yeah, everybody's honouring the call, so this makes this a lot easier. So, again, let's try and make sure that... probably don't want us leading the centre. Don't really feel like leading any of it. So, let's go down here and tangle with your troops. Castle fortifications built already. One of our commanders just died, which wasn't good. Not really bothered about the daughter's opinion. Okay, so are we leading? We are not, but we are short of commanders again. And get 2 more. You're a good commander. As are you. So let's go ahead and just rebalance this army. Putting our best commanders in that aren't me. And let's go down here and beat your army up. And then we'll siege Essex out. And then we'll have a couple of vassals like sieging out down here as well. Skilled tactician, fantastic. We've now got unlanded sons. 2 children now lack an education focus. Go for thrift. And go for struggle with you. But, I mean, oh, actually, the Holy Roman Empire has already got a massive amount of revolts going on there. Oh, was a defensive pact opposing Carl Carling has been disbanded. It seems to have sorted itself out. A small spear throwing competition could be entertaining, and it's also a great way to enliven battle technique. Maybe you should arrange a contest at your court. My throwing will amaze everyone of how terrible it is. Everyone attending the spear throwing competition seems to be having a great time. They are partaking in the contests, conversing and laughing together. Perhaps the merriment is a bit too much, as the spear is carelessly hurled into the field as someone is still out there measuring the distance from the previous throw. So my spy master is now severely injured and mangled. Interesting, considering he's supposed to be in Thrake. After dozens of spears have been held through the air, a sole victor emerges, and no one managed to throw further than you. Fantastic. Sorry, spy master, what were you doing here and not in Thrake? Having spent countless hours swinging your sword, it is clear that your technique is getting better. You know the essence of every possible strike to utilise in a fight. I get +1 martial and +1 personal combat skill. Nice. Doesn't really offset the fact that Am I still frail? I'm a socialiser. Slothful. Apparently not frail anymore. Still stressed. Recently I've noticed the pitiful state of my son. I have just been informed that the cause of his aches and fatigues is the flu. Call for the physician. 83% so far in this war, and we have lost our spy master. Okay, let's go ahead and use you. Was that my spy master I just lost? Yes. Off to Thrake. You know how this goes. We make you spy master, and then we send you around the other side of the world, where you're probably going to get found and killed by the Basilius. That's the way it works. Title loss on succession. Who are we all voting for now and why? So everyone's voting for my vassal here. Earl Wustafan of Oxford is voting for you. Is he really? Let's try and suck up to Wustafan if we can, of Oxford. So let's move you to improving relations in Oxford now. Hopefully that'll go away. We won't have to kill anybody off. We are at 100% here. So let's go and do that. Are we not at war with this province here? Doesn't look like we are. That sort of broke 3. We request you on your obligation to transfer the call to arms in the Essexian revolt. Yes, we'll accept. Now I can get involved in your war. Not that you really need me there, but I'll come and help you anyway. So that'll get rid of that revolt. Then we'll have to see if there's a possibility if we can actually still do Norfolk and Suffolk over here as well. So what's our income now? 43 from vassals. It's getting much better. I've got the feeling most of that came from grabbing this down here. Capture and sacrifice a powerful ruler. Another one. Well, do you know what? We've got just the person we could possibly get. This Earl Wustan of Oxford kid. He what is going to mysteriously disappear. So let's go ahead and get that done, because we don't want him becoming ruler. People shouldn't be voting for him. So we'll do away with him. My brethren are not having much luck. Just have to be patient. They'll get him eventually. 73% on this war. The siege is almost done. And then we'll, like I said, we'll see if we can go in here. I'm not sure if we can. We can't declare war anyway because we've got the raised armies. So I can't even see who their allies are. The church wants to organise a miracle play We'll spend some gold for piety. We've got plenty of gold. We might as well. Yes, approve the scheme. Right, we're on 100% here. So let's just go and... Oh, no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Get away. It's this thing here. We can't be the ones that peace out, though, because we're not the war leader. We've caught him. Excellent. So let's go ahead and sacrifice to Satan. And boom, off he goes. Don't really need to keep my eye on you anymore. The revolt has ended. Let's get you back home. Pick an ambition. See the realm prosper. It's not going to happen because we're going to... Actually, what was it? Oh, I can't change it anyway. I was going to say, it's not going to happen because we're about to go to war again. New important decisions are available. We don't want to shut the gates right now, I don't think. Unlanded sons. You don't really need to go into hiding. Everything should be okay. Is there any plots against you? Yes, there is. So end that plot if you wouldn't mind. So we'll go and quickly disband the levies. And then we'll have a look. Yep, he's agreed to do that. We'll have a look over here and see if you've still got 1 million and what... Yeah, see, he's not got any of his allies again now. So we're instantly going to dive in on that before he has a chance to do anything. We are going to re-raise all of the levies. Try and get everyone into Leicester if we can. But we can't get everyone into Leicester, so let's just get everyone down into here. We have a new heir. Now, how did that suddenly happen? My half-brother. Why is everyone suddenly voting for you? Not too sure. Still. We can betroth you to this 7-year-old genius. So what happened to... Who was I voting for? Sure, I was voting for my son, was I not? Why is my half-brother my heir? Why is my son not my heir? You're the one that's betrothed. Ethelsiege, you are supposed to be... Yeah, it is still you. Countess of Worcester and the Countess of Oxford. We are still sucking up here. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about it at the moment because it's not title loss on succession. Either way, we'll still be playing as somebody of our dynasty, so that's okay. Let's quickly group together here. Again, I don't want to be leading. And let's go ahead and see if we can not jump on your army there. Again, not really bothered about you. Let's get everybody else in here. That damn autosave. Right, group together. We'll go and jump on you, and then we'll get into Norfolk. So in we go. More tech, and we can get another chaplain. You're apparently leading the armies at the moment, but you've got 18. You're also my court physician, I think. We've lost our steward. So, our steward, you're leading troops. Our chancellor, was it our chaplain? Chaplain's leading troops. Wow. So, let's get you down to the Papal State, which is a lot bigger. Again, lots of revolts going on in the Holy Roman Empire. And this is often the problem when you are a really big nation, because a lot of people think in this game that, oh, it's going to be too difficult playing the game as a small, like 1 or 2 province nation or whatever. But playing a big nation is going to be easier. It's really not, because when you have a bigger nation, you have more vassals. You have more vassals to deal with. Why do we have a title loss on succession again? Because now people are voting for this random person, the Earl of Chester. Oh well, let's abduct him. We'll get caught eventually, but it seems like the ideal way of getting rid of people. Now, I know that we've gone over the 20-minute mark, but I don't like, if I can avoid it, I don't like ending in the middle of a war. So what I'd like to try and do is get this war done if possible. And I could risk going up to a higher speed, but it doesn't usually work out well for the recording. We failed to capture him that time around, but that'll be fine. This is the only problem with the nominated succession, is sometimes people vote for the wrong people. And that's a little bit annoying for you. We have gone and won that siege. Let's march over there. While we're doing that, I'll have a quick look and see who we do need to be sucking up to. So you are my vassal. Now, the Countess of Worcester and Warwick. You're reigning in Worcester. So let's go ahead and move you to Worcester. We're just going to try and get everybody being nice and happy here. People plotting to kill me, but we don't care too much about that, unless, of course, they pull it off. That's a problem. Let's get this weaponsmith. Once Marshall has had assured that the weaponsmith's craftsmanship left nothing to be desired, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself as Master Salared and gestured towards his numerous assistants, who all carried examples of his work. Does my king have anything special in mind? A lance is what I desire. I have always been one for axes. I will crush enemies with a mace. Can never go wrong with a sword. I want a mace. A mace, I see. An excellent choice, my king says. Master Salarid, and calls forward the assistant, cradling 3 maces in his arms. I have 3 examples of different quality levels here. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay. However, they would all serve your highness well. It's a lot of money. Prestige, martial, personal combat skill. Let's go for the mid-range one. And let's go back down here. No, keep trying to capture him. You will eventually. We will get him. So their troops are just sort of clumping around all over the place. We're already at 79%. If we can siege out one more thing, we'll probably manage to pull it off. We still need to make sure we get the right leader, though, because we've still got some problems at the moment. We should be making a decent amount of money from tributaries now. Yeah, 53 ducats per year. So that's really nice. So we're about to complete this siege. That's got us up to 97%. Approve the scheme. They've actually managed to capture him. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and sacrifice you to Satan. And down he goes. Now we don't have the disputed succession anymore. It's still gone back over to Kenny, but that is fine, because Kenny is still the right dynasty. And we've gained the trait Deceitful. I'm just going to slow the game down because we're about to get the siege. Once we've done that, I will end the video, because this one's been a little bit long. There we go. So we're going to go ahead, offer peace. They have to agree. Fantastic. So now, if we go ahead and look at the diplomatic relations map, Igna, my sister in darkness, wants me to join her for a lark over in Essex. There's a certain priest, would-be witch hunter, who has been a thorn in our side for some time. It's time to teach the arrogant fool a lesson in matters. That is outside my realm, so we can safely stir up some real trouble. Yeah, sure, go for it. So, we found the zealous priest in Essex praying in seclusion. Igna snuck up behind him and gave the fool a hard kick in the head. As I gave demotion to Mammon, Igna proceeded to relieve herself on the comatose preacher. Then the butchery commenced. Tour the countryside masquerading as the priest. Sure, why not? So you see all this purple? This is all stuff that we've managed to get on side. Masquerading as the dead priest and attendant, we have been riding between every town and market in Essex, preaching the word of God to the masses. Eager ears are picking up on our revolutionary message. The path to salvation requires self-indulgence and the rejection of so-called authorities, especially the clergy. So we've just increased all the local revolt risk in Essex and gained some dark power. We have another mission to sacrifice a virgin, which we will take. Apparently, we don't have Middlesex as a tributary. But that's because they revolted. But we'll get them at a later point. We are now up to 60, almost 64 ducats per year from the tributaries. So that's good. And like I said, we can try and grab the Irish ones again, what we were doing before, before we got killed. Anyway, that is an excellent place to end the video because it's ran over by quite a bit. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.